Shalom, shalom, akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which would consist of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which would be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude of the men, women, and children of Israel, which may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. It's just Bayan back again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to get into a brief lesson and, Lord willing, share an article with you, Akiyam and Akwaf, going into the, times we're entering into. We know we're entering into, beautiful, yet dangerous times, man. And global lockdowns and, martial law and violence and evil. It's on the table, man. With everything that's brewing over there in the Middle East, with these small hats, them warring against them Palestinians, it's pretty much the beginning stages, of this global third world's war, man. And ultimately, this thing's going to touch home, home for you Babylonians. Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, man. You see, that's going to cause a domino effect. You see where it's going to affect, the mother of harlots, man. So through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, the first scripture I want to get into, through the spirit, was the book of Isaiah, the 24th chapter, and the 10th verse, and it reads, "The city of confusion is broken down." And what's the city of confusion? Mystery Babylon the Great, man, a.k.a. America. You see, that's where you get that word Babel from. You see, Babylon goes into what? Confusion by mixture. You see, and this place is full of complete confusion, man. From from these people moving around like Transformers, to all these random religions, sprawled out, all over this queendom. You have a clusterfuck, as they would say in the world, of nations, amongst each other, which was never the ordeal set up, according to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Because believe it or not, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is a separatist. You see? This is why when you go take a glance into Genesis, when you go back in time, the Tower of Babel was the first NWO attempt, you see, for these heathens, these sons of men, to gather amongst each other, man. You see? And create a one world order. You see? A new world order under one power, man. See, this was the goal of the heathen since the beginning. And now we see Evil E, moving into this final step, of this fourth industrial revolution with him, gathering the nations, heaping up all the people, and pretty much controlling everybody, through that device, the size of a grain of rice, man. That micro C hit. You see, but ultimately, it's not going to work out in his favor. And dust is where this whore is going to sit, pursuant to Isaiah the 47th chapter. Babylon's going to sit in the dust. You see, which goes into confusion, man. See, the city of confusion is broken down. Okay? Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. You see, because ultimately there's going to be, there's going to be lockdowns, man, in this place. Ultimately there's going to be seditions among men. They're going to issue forth, martial law. You see, it's going to get chaotic out here, man. And those of us, that dwell in the courts of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, we hope and pray to be protected and secured, directed and guided and guarded, during these times, man. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone, man. We're coming into this time, man, where misery and only misery is going to be present. And we can see the beginning stages of that now. These right-wing, red-blooded Edomites can already see that constitution is deteriorating. Their constitution, their constitutional rights. You see, this is why they're, bucking up, talking about they will not comply. You see, because they can see Mystery Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America's about to die, man. They can see it themselves, man. And the city is left desolation. And the gate is smitten with destruction, man. And that's the end game for Babylon. Via World War III. And pursuing the prophecy, Jeremiah of the 49th chapter, in the 28th verse, you also have it uttered in Jeremiah 51. The least of the flock is going to draw Babylon out, man. And that's these small hats, man. See, them Israelis, man. Now, let's get this article real quick. Because what you people out there that have no understanding don't understand is what's going on over there in the Middle East. All right? It's going to come to your front doorstep, man. It ain't going to just stay over there. And this is biblical prophecy playing out in your face. All right, this is Zero Hedge, and this article is dated October 29th, 2023, and the title reads, "Why the War Will Bring Inevitable Attempts at Martial Law in America," man. And this is a reality. You see, because we understand, hey, that them boots are going to hit the ground, man. The book of 2nd Esdras 16 tells us that they're going to come in like madmen, sparing none. You see? Let me get a little bit more of this article. Actually, I'm going to go get that. Let's get a little more of this article. Not long ago, at the height of fear over the global scamdemic, the U.S. underwent a change that many people argue would never happen. Right, and these Babylonians are proud. They think this place will never fall, man. You see? That's even, I believe that's even in Isaiah 47 as well. You see, she thought she would never fall, man. Through the pride of their heart. See, they've been deceived, man. For years, I have heard people say that authoritarian controls in Babylon are tinfoil hat conspiracy theory, and doom mongering. All the prepping, all the talk of community organizing, all the swords, you see it, right, and the gear and the training were for nothing. Then the C-190 agenda hit like a freight train, right, and that failed, but it was honestly just a pregame. It was a because Evil E, he likes to do test runs, trial runs, to get statistics together, trying to graph how things played out, because that's how Esau gets down, man. He's a cunning hunter. You see that the hearts of all of them are deep, as it says in what's that, Psalm 64. You see, they search out iniquities. You see? Hey, and this is what's coming to a city near you right here. This is what's coming to a city near you. For you proud Babylonians, man. You matter of fact, what I want to do is I want to jump down. Because there's quite a bit to read here. Lord willing, I'll leave the article in the description box for you, Akiyamanakwa. But I want to get to the point I wanted to make right here. Right? And it reads, martial law in the U.S. would only ever work if a majority of conservatives support it. This is a fact. Hey, not necessarily. Okay, because the will of the Lord is to have these troops come in. So it really doesn't matter because, again, your constitutional rights, they're not holding no weight no more. You see? As time goes on, and Esau knows he's running out of time, he's not going to give a damn, okay, what you people got to say. You see? He's just going to push the button, right? Keep in mind, Biden and his globalist friends have used every possible tactic to make martial law and inevitability. Economic instability and stagflation have created a spike in violent crime and looting. Mass illegal migration is dragging down state welfare systems and is creating a trend of cultural dilution. And believe it or not, when you do your research, Edomites are on welfare. The majority of people on welfare are Edomites, man. Open borders have allowed any number of possible foreign hostiles into the U.S. Yep, and that's all by design. See? That's all by design, man. As it says in Jeremiah. What's that? Jeremiah. Let's get this real quick. Man, let me keep this right so I don't lose my spot. The book of Jeremiah, real quick. And these foreigners coming in here, that's all by design, man. You know, you got Jay coming in here for salvation and for deletion. You see? And they're the ones that are going to be wreaking havoc on this place, man. Jeremiah 51, real quick, in verse 2, and it reads, and I will send unto Babylon fanners. And this Babylon's talking about Mystery Babylon the Great. Okay? A.K.A. America, man. Not ancient Babylon. You see? And will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble, see that? For in the day of trouble, it's going to be a day of trouble. Formerly known as what? Specifically known as what? Jacob's trouble, right? For in the day of trouble, they shall be against her round about. And what you're going to find out are these fanners. I got this in Jeremiah 51. I got it in the NLT. These fanners are the foreigners, man. See? Jeremiah 51 and 2. Foreigners will come and winnow her, blowing her away as chaff, man. See that? These foreigners are going to wreak havoc on this place, man. And a lot of them are going to be part of that UN troop setup, man. Them UN troops are going to hit the ground, man. That's going to be, who you think is going to be enforcing that martial law? See? They will come from every side to rise against her in her day of trouble, man. You see that? Now let's do this real quick. Go back to the KJV. Get this word fanners real quick.
Strong's H 2114. Zur.
See that? Stranger. Right? Be a stranger. Right? They're a stranger to this land. Right? The foreigners. See? Foreigner. See? Hey, an enemy, man. See that? Hey, it's fitting to go down. Let's go back to this article. Let's continue on. In the midst of war, the government desire to control information and public discourse will be at its apex. However, as we have seen during C-19 and the Ukraine war, they have not proven effective at accomplishing this. As long as the internet is in place, it does not matter what kind of algorithms big tech applies to stifle the truth. The truth still finds a way. Yo, Esau don't even know what he be saying. He just be saying it. Because this is the true saying. The truth always finds a way. Okay? First and foremost, the truth of these scriptures, man. Because everything that's happening is wired in with prophecy. See? Everything that's happening right now is wired in with prophecy. Right? This means that the establishment will have to pursue extreme measures that can only be achieved within a martial law environment. See that? I see this situation going one of two ways if the current geopolitical trend continues. Now let's get a little bit of this. This is his assumption, right? Option 1. A multi-front war breaks out in the Middle East, including nations like Iran, Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, and Yemen. Israel faces serious failure. The U.S. is dragged into the war. This is going to happen. Hey, this is prophecy, right? We quoted Jeremiah 49:20. I might have to go get that. The U.S. is dragged into the war. Or Israel uses its nuclear arsenal to destroy the resources, including populations of enemy nations, leading to the possible involvement of China and Russia. And thus the U.S. is still dragged in, right? Because this can't be avoided. U.S. being dragged in cannot be avoided. Let's go here real quick. See, so here it is. Prophecy is taking place at an all-time high, and you got niggas, okay, worrying about some Palestinians, man, over there in Chicago. When here it is, prophecies still jumping off the pages. You see, this is why we can't be distracted with them clowns, man. You know, we'll do a video on them. Let the sheep know, let the flock know, you know, of these outrageous niggas going off and moving on right back into prophecy, man, because this is what's trending. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 49 and verse 20, and it reads, "Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh, that he hath taken against Edom." See that? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. "And his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman," which are the Germans. "Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out," and the least of the flock of them small hats. You see? They're going to draw Babylon, man, to that war in the Middle East. All in efforts to fulfill biblical prophecy, man. Continuing on. "Surely he shall make their inhabitations desolate with them." See, they're going to lose. They're going to lose, man. Let's continue on in this article. So, hey, this individual hit the head on the head right here with this option A. Right? Riots and terror attacks become a regular occurrence in the U.S., not just initiated by, we got to speak in code here. Joachim can read this. All right, you see it? Right? Inflators, but also lefties who have attached themselves to the cause. Of course, there's going to be a lot of inside jobs, right? A draft is initiated, which conservatives support in the hopes that it will help dissolve the riots. The draft will sink millions of weak, soft Zenials, including women, into a bloody quagmire that they have no capacity to adapt to. You see, there's another thing you Babylonians have to look forward to. All right? That draft, right? Draft protests and riots become the norm, pushing conservatives to support even stricter enforcement. Finally, martial law is enforced, Salakia as announced, but the soldiers used on American soil to protect us from riots and terrorists will be primarily foreign nationals. See that? Illegal migrants, them fanners, right? Given an easy shot as censory if they join the military and put the boot down on dissenters, which they will gladly do because they have no cultural attachment to Babylon or Babylonians. At this stage, the Constitution will essentially be deleted. See? And this is what it's going to be looking like, man. Okay, this is what it's going to be looking like. See? Martial law is going to hit. It's only a matter of time. That's part of that great evil that's going to come in these latter days, man. And these devils are going to come down. They're going to come down with great wrath. Let me go here. 2nd Esdras 16 real quick. In verse 68, and it reads, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you," man. Them of them UN troops, man. "And they shall take away certain of you, and feed you being idle with things offered unto idols." Right? And, hey, some of us are going to have to go into those FEMA detention centers, man. Well, we're going to be idle. See? Being offered that idol, which is that what? That device the size of a grain of rice. You see? But those that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is dealing with, that he puts his spirit on, hey, will not comply. You see? And be willing to take the death, man. Understanding that, hey, glory comes after that. You see? Glory comes after that, man. Let's get a little bit more of this article real quick. Let's read a little bit of this option B. The war expands and Israel faces imminent destruction. Biden commits U.S. naval forces to the fight along with ground troops, primarily special forces. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there because ultimately we understand what's happening, man. You know? This man is desperate. Evil E's desperate. You see? And he's using all manners of witchcraft and tactics. You know, pulling all the strings that he has sprawled out, you know, as tentacles throughout his government, throughout his queendom, in order to, you know, create these scenarios. You know, but ultimately he's being controlled, you see, like a puppet by the ultimate puppet master, which is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And it's gonna come to a point where this man's gonna go into a rage. You see, let's go here real quick. The book of Revelations, chapter 12 and verse 12, and it reads, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them." Right, those of us in the courts of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, starting with the servants, the prophets, trickling all the way down to you men, women, and children that believe the report and walk the path of righteousness. Woe, destruction, right, to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, everyone outside of this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. For the devil, right, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, in the form of these international banking families, man, these small hats. You see, these deceivers, these liars, these slanderers, these false accusers, right? For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. Why, Lord? Because he knoweth that he hath but a short time, man. And we telling him that. We're telling him that, man. He's got a doomsday clock, okay, that confirmed it. That confirmed he knows he has a short time, man. You see? And this word going out in full force, and us prophesying to the wind, the true men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, starting with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down to us like-minded men, right? Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is confirming our words, man. We're speaking prophecy into existence, man. This is how powerful this is. Matter of fact, let's close out right here to prove that. We'll close out right here through the Spirit. I'm out of time, unfortunately. The book of Isaiah, chapter 44, real quick. And, oh man, verse 26 is the point, but I got to start. Verse 26 is the point, but I got to start at verse 24. And it reads, Isaiah 44 and 24, and it reads, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, thy Redeemer, and he that formed thee from the womb. I am the Lord Yahweh, that maketh all things, that stretch forth the heavens alone, that spreadeth abroad the earth by myself, that frustrateth the tokens of the liars." And who's the liar? Evil E. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He's that devil. You see, that deceiver. See? But the wisdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, which is displayed, all right, through his servants, the prophets, in one way, because his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is displayed in many ways. And you can just take a look out, into the atmosphere, man, And you see the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Lord is unexplainable, man. You know, but his men being the mouthpiece are just one example, you see, of his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding being on display. And what we're doing through the Spirit is that we're speaking of what Evil East talking about in his bedchambers, man. Through prophecy. Because Esau can't do nothing but fulfill prophecy. You see? And this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, it's frustrating this man, man. You see, here it is. This man thinks he's going to do one thing. We speak on it. And he's trying to do something different. Fails. And realizes he has to do exactly what he's planning on doing the first time, man. He's in a quagmire. You see? Hey, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. You see? That frustrated the tokens of the liars and maketh diviners mad, right? That turneth wise men backward, man. You see? And maketh their knowledge foolish through this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, man. Through these scriptures, through this prophecy. You see? Let's get the point. That confirmeth the word of his servant and performeth the counsel of his messengers. You see? The Lord confirmeth the counsel of his messengers, man. We're speaking the Lord's word. We're coming in the authority of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You see, and as we speak these things, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is confirming it, man, and performing, okay, the counsel that we're speaking. You see, that saith to Jerusalem, which is a people before it's a place, right, which consists of us so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and there will be speckled birds, those that look like the other nations due to us being scattered, pursuing the Deuteronomy 28 and 64, man. But their bloodline goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? Thou shalt be inhabited, and to the cities of Judah ye shall be built, and I will raise up the decayed places thereof, man. And this is what we're coming into, man. Okay? The tabernacle of David is being raised up as Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, is falling. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwaf were edified. Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Yahweh Shai, Kal Halalium La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Shalom.